Alright, so first we're going to start by changing the name, and we're always changing this to start out with the period, first and last name, and the part that we're modeling. So this is going to be 03 dash first and last name, and this is going to be a socket wrench. I'm going to begin by bringing in a box. This box is going to have a size of 80 millimeters by 10 millimeters and a height of 4 millimeters. I will also be changing the radius here to 4 millimeters. I will now be taking this box, and as I hold Alt or Option on your keyboard and Shift, Alt or Option and Shift, I'm going to drag it down to make a copy, which I'm going to change the dimensions to 8 on the depth right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab this little handle right here on the right side, black handle on the right side, and I'm gonna pull it all the way through to the other side to have a dimension of 20. So this should be left with a dimension of 20 by 8, and this is 80 by 10. I am now going to select this smaller part and extend it to the right by clicking on this handle right here on the right side. Click on this handle and change this dimension to 30. You will notice that it extends to the right side. I will now select both parts, click on my alignment tool. I could also hit L on the keyboard, and I'm going to align them centered from front to back. Center from front to back. I will change the color on both of these so we can tell them apart. And here is that one and that one. Alright, the next part that I will be adding is the ratchet, or the ratcheting mechanism. I'm going to start out with a box, which I'm going to size down to 17 by 17. I will drop down this parameters drop down menu and change the radius to 6. I will now bring in an empty box, and I'm going to extend this to 40 by 40. Size is not critical here because it is just going to be used to cut, but the height has to be 6. I'll place the red box in the middle of this empty box and click on my grouping, Control G on the keyboard, or Command G if you have a Mac, and there we go. We have this part. I will now bring in a cylinder and shrink it down to have a diameter of 16 with a bevel of 2 and a height of 22. will now select both the cylinder and the box, click on my alignment tool, click on the box to make it the master geometry, and center this, or align it centered from front to back and centered from left to right, centered here. I will now select the box, and holding Alt or Option on my keyboard, I will move it up by dragging on this little black cone arrow right here. Again, holding Alt or Option on the keyboard, I will make a copy, which I will then proceed to use my mirror tool, mirror, to mirror it vertically, or to flip it from top to bottom. I will now proceed to bring this down, and this is a nice little feature that I like about this design. If I zoom in, when I bring it down, you should see a little rim that is left right here all the way around. It's just a little design element. I will now proceed to creating the socket. So that will be done with this cylinder, which I will actually place up here on the surface and shrink it down to have a size of 11 millimeters and a bevel of 1. This is just been placed up here. It is not centered or aligned. I could move it elsewhere, but let's just remember to center it before we finish. I will now go ahead and complete this socket by adding a box, which I will also place up here and shrink it down to have a size of 6.5, 6.5, with a radius of 1. This is also not centered quite yet, but we will now continue on to a tricky little process here of duplicating and repeating this part. I select the part, I click on duplicate and repeat. I will now rotate this part with this curved arrow to this first preset segment of 22.5. And I will now click on duplicate and repeat 2 more times to complete my shape. If I select all these, I can go to group, or I could hit Command or Control G on my keyboard. This cylinder has a height of 11, so I will drop it a good 8 millimeters. So extend this to 8 millimeters. Select both of these, click on alignment, center from front to back and center from left to right. Drop it 7 and group it to cut. I will now select this cylinder along with this cylinder, click on alignment, click on the larger cylinder to make it the master shape. Align it from, select both of these cylinders, click on alignment, click on the large cylinder and align it from center from left to right and center from front to back. And we are almost finished here. I will now continue to proceed with this cylinder right here, and this cylinder is going to have a diameter of 18 millimeters with a height of 8 and a bevel of 2. I will now go ahead and select this cylinder, hold shift and select this box. As I go to align it, make sure the box is the master shape, where I will align it center from left to right, center from front to back, and center from top to bottom. And I can now proceed to change some of the colors here, such as this, these, this here, and the socket right here. I will now bundle group all these with Control or Command B. I will bundle the handle and then its extension, so I can now proceed to click on select everything and align everything center from left to right. And the last part is to take this handle and bring it up 8 millimeters to this section, and we are finished. Oh, select everything to bundle it, and now we are finished.